Aren't this working? Boom, boom, boom.
Yo, 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 what's up, what's up, what's up? I see y'all in the building. What up, Captain 8? What up, RG? What up? Milkman is in the building. Milk was on fire last night on the review show, like usual. What up? And I'm here with some guests. Like, share. I see y'all tapping in. I see y'all in the motherfucking building. What up, Mr. Brooks?
Share.
But I do not see the likes going up. Let's make it match. Give me your motherfucking energy. I'm here with the energy, kinfolk the plug, and here with Joe K. There's something we gotta briefly address real quick, right?
Well, no. First off, before you start, let me say something. Okay, everybody that's hitting me up, I want y'all to know something. I have nothing against Godimus. He's a cool dude. He did
That's
everything
what I
I
was
asked him
gonna
to do.
bring up.
I do.
Oh, okay. But
That's
at
what
the
I was
same
gonna
time,
talk about.
I cannot get y'all's money back. I cannot reach out for you guys. That's not in my schedule. It's not in my time. I have a very busy schedule. I'm gonna tell you like this: if you booked a feature through me, through anybody, I would have made sure it got done. If I had to go to their house and get it myself for you. So I need everybody stop hitting me up.
How do you fall as an artist? Godimus is an artist who is once strange. For y'all who don't know, Godimus is an artist who was once signed to Strange Music until Joe K obliterated his career. He's still running around. He's still running around with J Rod. I don't know what's going on. Kinfolk the plug.
I've never even heard of this dude. Who is the J Rod dude?
I've heard of him for a while now. I questioned him after I saw Joe K obliterate his career, and and J Rod was like, "Oh, everything's great. Everybody's lying about what's going on," and so
hundreds of people just lying left and right. A bunch of
right,
bro. Liars and thieves out here. Dude, hey, and for the record, his career was going down the tubes far before I came along. It was the fact I just shed light on it.
I didn't say it wasn't falling off, but that was the George Bushed the button. Guaranteed. You George Bush, you brought it to the light. You gave it life.
I didn't even know what I was doing.
The Instagram group thing was started before Joe did the podcast, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I shared the group thing on the podcast, because some people were sending me screenshots of and then Travis came in and was like,
was funny. Yeah, Travis went off. He was like, man, that shit was funny. I was laughing my ass off. I was like, this isn't cool at all, but it's funny as fuck.
Give us an overview then real quick, Joe K, of what happened.
I mean, maybe Kinfolk should start it off because it sounds like he was starting in the beginning, and I'll fill it in after he gives the intro. Because
I mean, like I said, it's just I don't. Me personally, I don't know how a man. This comes back to the conversation we had last week. None of these artists, I guarantee, had a contract with this kid, and so I don't know how you would send an artist all the money up front in the first place. Stop doing that. Right off rip, artists, stop sending all the money up front. Do not send that shit all the way. I
don't
hear this all the time.
Stop paying me up front. Don't stop paying me up front.
Look, you should always do a deposit, and then once you get an MP3 or some files, then you send the rest of the money. You don't ever. Bro, I talked to an artist the other day, and they were just like, "Yeah, I sent them my whole $2,500," and there was a whole nother artist wasn't even got in this, and I was like, "You did what?" And they were like, yeah, I sent them all the money. And I was like, why would you do that? So,
I know an artist waiting 2 years for his feature from Pastor Troy.
I just talked to Pastor Troy not even that long ago. He is like the most reachable person ever.
I mean, I'll give the quick rundown on Gotti because I don't even feel like giving that man any more freaking time of day. But at the end of the day, long story short, this man has been out here scamming. He was out here scamming. Sleep Lyrical was actually one of the rappers who like finally decided he'd had enough. He posted something on Facebook. I jumped in and I started because I literally had just kicked off the podcast like January 1st that year. I stumbled across this post and I'm like, well, we'll talk about it. And I'm just live reacting to what I'm seeing being put out there and just reporting the mother effing news. Next thing I know, the video's blowing up. More people are coming out because apparently he's ripping everybody off at this point. And it continued to get worse from there. Him and his girl have been part of an elaborate scam to either sell features, sell artwork, freaking,
and they haven't stopped.
Nintendo Switches on freaking Facebook Marketplace. It does not matter
what.
They have expanded their scammetry,
bro. They're selling Nintendo Switches.
Fake.
What's a Nintendo Switch?
Yeah, fake.
What's a Nintendo Switch?
Like Nintendo system, basically gaming system. So like they're on Facebook and they're selling, supposed gaming systems, taking payment and then not meeting up with people, just randos on Facebook and crap. I mean, it's getting ridiculous. And the problem is that these artists and these other podcasters who I'm not even going to name are out here enabling this scammetry and this freaking nonsense, and they're not even addressing it. Like they're acting like it hasn't even occurred, and they're trying to continue on, probably to gain some kind of clout off of Gotti's name.
Where does the downfall? Where did it get this bad for him? Who is to like? How do you end up in at the top of the world? Because
drugs.
He's on tour. He's getting freaking found at the crack house and stuff. Like, dude, I'm telling you, like, it just goes back to like when he was actually touring, like. All kinds of nonsense happened and stuff.
I think it happened with Tech, and then he left the mid tour with the Slez Crew, and then like UB finished out the tour by himself or some shit like that.
Really?
Yeah, he left freaking UB on the like looking crazy because of the crap he was pulling, and it's like and UB had nothing to do with it too, and that's part of the problem with all this is that he's part of Slez Crew, right? Like. UB and him, like they're part of a team. And when he's out here wilding, it makes the brand and the team look bad because now, people at the time were like, they didn't know, hey, if I'm buying a feature from Gotti or is he trying to use the Slez Crew name to pitch features now and scam people? Like it just got ridiculous. So long story short, like that's really what's happened. He's still scamming today. Couple years after he's been exposed, he's still scamming and people are still paying. People are still paying, dude. They're still freaking sending this man money. He's hitting people up for $20 for gas, $20 because he hasn't eaten since yesterday, $20 because his grandma needs her freaking denture shined. I don't know what he's coming up with next, but it's getting out of control.
He said denture shine.
Is the denture shine a real one that was actually said?
I mean, that's one I just made up on the fly here. But the moral of the story
is... It was a good one. And everything else you said has been
putting
verified,
that in the arsenal.
But that
yeah.
So to throw but yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I think that there's a fine line between a scam and not being able to do something. I think that line is very thin. But it's definitely been crossed in that situation. Artists, be good to your audience and they'll be good to you. It's that fucking simple. You get the energy you give. That's even why I kick it off like, give me that energy because I'm going to bring it every motherfucking time. Nothing less for y'all. I love y'all very deeply. I don't mind a contract, but definitely, I mean, you can trust my business. You're always going to get what you ask for.
Man. I've been doing this a very long time, so you know what I'm saying? I don't get it. Like, this is the thing people don't realize with me. So the reason it's so easy to get artists in the studio with Jay is because I've been doing this for so long and so many relationships that I have with people that it's just, it just happens that way. Plus, I would never do an email feature anyways. I want to vibe with you. Especially, I don't care if I'm paying you $100 or $600. I gotta vibe with you. I don't want to be sending you a song and then that person don't vibe and then the song is just whack. You need to vibe with somebody to make a good song, to me. So, I'm like I said, that's why I make her go to every event. That's why we're backstage at all the concerts, all that shit. It's relationships, but I don't care.
I mean,
you
as
can have
long as
relationships.
the intentions are pure, yeah, the support is a two-way street. Look, I believe in not lying and having good karma because my stepdad used to wear my motherfucking ass out at the idea of it. He was a very like, oh, you lied? Boom.
Bam.
I remember one time I was bored because I was grounded from something else, right?
Right.
And I signed my mom's signature on the homework sheets that you didn't
Everybody's
have to.
done that.
My mom had a cool signature. I was duplicating the signature I did all my homework. I had perfect grades. So it wasn't like any teachers were calling. And like in the summer, they found that list. They found that paperwork, and you're like, you will never fake your mom's signature ever again. My black ass was grounded all motherfucking summer. And I was trying to explain. I couldn't. What up, Andrea
like, I hear
Smith?
that shit.
Yeah, no, they were not hearing it. What up, Tobias? I see you in the building. Thank you for always stopping through. Hang out for a little bit one of these times, Andrea. You be coming in.
Speaking of other scams,
I appreciate you always sharing it. Oh God,
there's other people that like. Listen, Yo Gotti will not send you guys an email. Stop thinking that. Yo Gotti will not send you an email and then ask you to send money.
Oh God.
Cash Money will not have a guy pay you to be on a show with Rihanna. That's not how that shit works. You're not gonna pay $5,000 to open up for Chris Brown. It doesn't work like that.
I got scammed. I got scammed that way. I made the money order. That is the only time I've ever been scammed. I thought I was opening up for Young Thug, Birdman, in them, and realized quickly I should have known better. It's fucked up, bro.
Dude, there's people. Yeah, there's a whole nother scam going on too that's been exposed for the last couple. Like, it was a couple years ago. It's still, the whole mixtape scam, the whole game,
yeah, I see
game
it
and his whole
day,
management crew and all that stuff. And then they're out there like talking about how they're making all this money. It's like, yeah, you are making a lot of money off of freaking hungry artists that are paying you to do XYZ, get on some garbage mixtape that, it's just it's stuff's wild out here, man.
And I don't think any of those mixtapes ever came out. Let's just be real. I don't think any of those mixtapes ever came out. I know Bizarre was doing that. He was charging people to be on a mixtape, but he was actually like dropping the mixtapes.
So, I think I will say they probably do come out, but God knows where.
It's like coast to coast. Okay. It's like coast to coast mixtapes. Like when that thing was buzzing, like I remember everyone used to sign up for those. They'd pay, X amount. You'd get in front of some A&Rs and whatever else. Like, it's like,
oh, bro, that was the worst.
Come
shit.
on,
that was like the worst hustle.
Yeah. I mean, those are scams that are still taking place,
and they're not even like, it's just ridiculous. I remember Bizarre used to sell like almost like a coin type thing, like before Bitcoin was like really popping, but it was just starting to be out there. You could buy coins on this website, and then you could pay to have somebody listen to your music, and it was like $100 worth of coins for some freaking AR out there to like listen to your song. It's like, this is freaking wild.
is part of who exposed Gotta Miss, correct?
Yeah. I mean, he went on tour with them, so yeah. And he did the same thing, and then they got into it hardcore. They was like making threats online to each other.
Oh man, Twistillo wants in. He's got insight on tours. Damn. Yo, if Twistillo keeps it chill with you, is he able to come
No,
on?
me and Twistillo are very chill, bro. We are very chill.
What up, Mr. Lipscomb? I see you in the building. I'm gonna send him a link to join. I'm gonna send him a link to join us.
I was hoping they weren't cool just for entertainment value, but you know, I'm just selfish, you know. I'm here for the clicks.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a reality show just for you, Joe.
Yeah, you do it.
It'll be boring. It'll be him getting bad haircuts at sports clips.
It'd be me going to sports. It'd be me going to sports clips on a Tuesday at lunch and coming out looking freaking crooked. You know, looking freaking shiesty as ever.
Right.
I don't get why they pushed your hairline so far back.
Hey, Daz, look, you know, I can't really blame him for that. You know, I can't really blame him for that. Some of it's natural, some of it's, you know, the cut job. You know, what am I gonna do?
You do got a big forehead.
Do you see all 5 of these fingers? I got a 5 head. I don't know what you're talking about. It's always been that way, man. But the hairline recedes. It gets worse every year. It just pushes further back. It goes further back.
That's
my hair is just weird. My hair grow weird. So
I mean, I'm losing my hair, so I've gone bald.
Yeah, so you cheated the game, Daz. You gotta let it be in its natural state. You know, you cheat.
Bro, I used to have that like long perm hair down to my shoulders. I used to have that old Snoop Dogg hair,
looking like Prince and stuff. Yeah.
That's because you used to be a pimp.
Shut up! No, I did not. What the fuck?
I couldn't make this shit up.
I used to have a big ass fro and shit, bro. Like, that should be funny. When people see pictures of that shit, they be like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah. But when you in Texas...
I sent you the link in DMs, Twistillo. I sent you the link in DMs.
When you in Texas, bro, all that hair is too hot. It's too hot.
That's wild. Starts getting sweaty.
Yeah. Then you got to get braided every other week. Oh, bro, it was horrible. So I was like, yeah, I'm cutting this shit.
It's good because almost... touring goes hand in hand with scams. A lot of tour scams.
There's levels to the scams too. I want to get some insight on this one. I'm loving it. I'm gonna love this conversation because there's levels to the scametry going on tours.
I'm trying to just and there's so many. I will start off bringing up something I saw though. Okay.
What's that?
I saw that
keep talking, hold on.
X-Rated is going on tour. Why do they start tours without any dates? Is what's weird.
They make nobody want them shits.
Exactly.
Well,
and they're like, they're making public posts. Not that nobody wants it. But what up? We got Twistillo in the motherfucking building.
It's not that nobody wants them. Most of the time the artists want too much money that promoters are not gonna win on, and they're like, fuck all that. I'm not paying that. Cause like if you guys knew what X-Rated was asking for, you'd be like, what? No, hell no. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, man. I'm in here, man. We shouldn't even be talking about somebody else's pockets, man. That's number one, man. We shouldn't even be talking about somebody else's pockets, man.
I am the pocket. No, I'm just kidding.
Bro. Well, because we don't know how much money is in there, and we're not talking about somebody specific. Well, we are, but he knows at least the asking price to get booked.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a promoter too. You know what I'm saying? I'm an agent. I'm a promoter. So
it's almost like when you're making posts, reaching what we're talking about, Twistillo. Since you want to come in hot without knowing what's actually going on.
Yo, you know what it is though. We come in hot.
You're a Buffalo Bills fan. I know it's rough.
Born and bred. Rough. Buffalo versus everybody. We start hot. No
shout out,
warm, no cold shit.
I start off hot too, but I try to know. Sometimes I don't know what's being talked about and coming hot. But what we're talking about is today I seen X-Rated is starting Well, first, since you're from Buffalo, shout out Conway the Machine dropping a project today.
Shit with Jay Skis. Shout out my man Jay Skis, man. Eastside Buffalo. You know what I mean? Shout out. Yeah. Jay Skis project too. That's Conway and Jay Skis. You feel me? Yeah.
So shout out to that on the front page of Apple Music, probably Spotify as well. I don't really fuck with Spotify. But to stay on subject, X-Rated posted a flyer saying that he's going on tour, and it's a flyer asking who wants to book me. And that shit is a little bit weird to me. I personally am not going to announce shows before I have venues and praying.
Venue full length tour. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you put out the tour thing and the album ain't even out yet?
How do you got a flyer for a tour that you don't got you could find a flyer before you could find a date?
I want to know what Dash is doing with that pic. That's what I want to know.
Yeah,
what exactly? What are you doing, Dash? You were just giving me crap. You were just giving me crap about my hairline, and you're sitting here with a pic. What are you gonna do with that?
Yo, let me answer. Yo, not to answer, but let me use common sense.
Comment. I'm gonna
use common sense on this, right?
Paying for a flyer for a tour that doesn't have a venue will never make sense to me.
Okay, so look, promoting that you're looking for shows with a flyer, is that what we talking about? Because I think
the tour already has a name.
Yo, listen, a name where though? You have to understand this. People have, unless you are a household name, you are not a name. Everybody in here, we could all use help somewhere in a market we are not known. 1, 2, 3,
I'll do
4.
that shit privately. Those are private conversations.
But who determines that?
Hold on. Yo,
who determines that? Who determines that? Who determines if that's a private? Who?
Okay, so
bro, common sense determines. Why are you?
If
you're in a position where you have to talk to promoters, first off, I'm not opening up the floodgates for a bunch of weirdos to end up in fucking weird city in Idaho doing a show.
If a weirdo has the money,
I gotta know your credentials.
But that's limiting yourself.
The money.
That's limiting yourself, and let me tell you why that's
not
wrong.
All money is good money, bro.
So what are we mad at X-Rated for? Or what are we speaking on X-Rated?
I'm not mad. I saw it and I'm asking a question about it because it seems weird to me.
But he's an underground artist. He's an underground artist.
He signed to Strange Music.
Yeah, Strange is underground.
I know. ISO only got 12,000 plays in a day.
Strange Music is an underground label with mainstream appeal. I know plenty of people in Buffalo, in New York specifically, who have told me to turn off those artists.
Did you reach out to X-Rated?
X-Rated is from California, who's more known.
Did you try to book him? Did you try to book the nigga?
Did I try to book him?
Yes. Who is the type of people who book you when you're posting flyers asking for booking?
Yo, because I've done that. I've done that. I know people who are slightly above me.
Strange has a booking section. They have a booking section at their label.
So what?
And then he's got Blockstar. Blockstar, I thought they had like a multi-million-dollar deal with like Atlantic or something.
Yo, listen, let me tell y'all something, man. If you trying to put together a serious tour, you're going to link with anybody. The big names, you're going to link with a weirdo.
I'm putting together, bro, I'm not
that makes sense.
The type of
but he's going by himself.
So?
Let me
kinfolk, I got to ask you. You mentioned by yourself. You manage an artist who relies on support of other artists. I've
never seen a flyer without a date. I've seen a million show announcements.
Yo, what is we really even talking about?
Let me throw my 2 cents in here because
let's go.
Just for the record, I don't give an F if he put out a flyer or not for the shows. I think here's the thing. X-rated. He's a lesser known artist than obviously some other bigger named artists out there, right? So he doesn't have necessarily. Dude's been around the block a long time. Okay, people.
Yeah, I know for sure.
Underground fans know who X-rated
is. No promoters in New York know who he is. To second what you're saying, Joe.
Yeah, and so let me say this. Like, do I think it's wrong for somebody to make a flyer and say, "Hey, I want to go on tour. Let me know if you want to book." That's like putting out an ad, for like your business. Like, hey, I got this product over here. Does anyone want to buy it? If so, freaking sign up. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with that. I think it does say something about where he's fitting into where he's fitting into the machine as far as like his relationship with Strange, because from my knowledge, I don't remember ever seeing a Chris Calico post saying, "Hey, here I'm going on tour. Where should I go?
Has he been on tour? Has he been on tour though?
I'm talking about when he was on Strange. I'm talking about like
runs. No, he's been on runs, 4 shows, and then I'm back home. Those are called runs. A tour is substantially longer than 4 to 5 shows.
Yeah, he did that one tour because I remember.
I'm just saying, like, from when an artist
he
like
did
Chris was on the label.
every show on Tech Tour.
I'm saying when Chris was on the label.
Solo tour though.
When Chris was on the label. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. What he said.
Yeah, he did a solo tour. I know exactly what you said. Yeah, he did a solo tour.
All I'm saying, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with posting out there trying to get it. And to Estella's point, like, money is money. If these rappers are out here doing verses with freaking, Joe K, who is a freaking nobody, but
they're gonna do a show with Joe K.
He's gonna do a mother-effing show. If Joe K putting on a show and he's paying $10,000 or $5,000 or freaking $1,500 or $1,000 or $500, and I happen to be a stop on the way, or maybe it's just valuable to get in my general vicinity for other shows, they're gonna do it. They don't care.
Look, to me personally, if I'm gonna do that, I will have those conversations privately and then announce a show, an extra show, whatever. There's a lot of means to reach out, whether it's
being a
people,
little petty,
I get
though.
Numbers.
What if they book no dates?
Because that's how you do business, though. I personally wouldn't do that.
I'm asking questions to get information. I said I saw it, and I'm posing a question.
And then they don't get no dates?
Right. No, I feel you back, and maybe I came in hot because I'm coming in hot for some other shit. So I'm gonna get in where I fit in. But I'm gonna tell you right now, what he's doing is smart, because I did that and I found out about this city called Elko, Nevada. Shout out to everybody there. Most people drive through that city. But since I've been there, I know a lot of MCs who've been pit stopping there on their way to Vegas. But you wouldn't know that if you just don't make a post or you turn down some person who you think is a weirdo.
Look, I mean business-wise, conducting bad business. I know a lot of people like to waste your time. Promoters, otherwise, all of that. And you open the floodgates for your time to be wasted.
Get that money up front. You get that money. Send me the check.
Is it wasted time if you get money from it? No,
that's not wasted time then. But when I've been booking the J Holiday tour. Right? I've been going back and forth with these promoters for like
Code Murder 1. We're talking about people advertising a tour, be looking for dates. They announce the tour name and look for dates. It could be a good promotional move because you get to also test the waters for how hot or cold your tour is.
Is that the name of the album though?
I don't know.
But Daz, to your point, right? I'm going to try to play both sides of it here because I gave you my opinion. That's what I think. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Go ahead, post a freaking flyer, try to drum up some business, take any tours, any stops along the way you can. I think that's good business. However, I think the underlying thing that you're getting at,
he doesn't. We're discussing touring in general. I see it. I thought it was interesting, and so I'm discussing it.
Yeah. I guess like looking at it from the other lens, then, right? Like. Trying to I think one, you could argue, like to the earlier point, why should somebody who's tied to a label like Strange Music have to post a post like that instead of, having some of that being set up, whether it's through the label itself or one of the services they provide, or jumping on tour with somebody, or having, hey, you freaking call Tech, hey Tech, I want to do X, Y, and Z. I want to move through these cities. Like, who can I get in touch with on the side to build out this tour? Like, I get what you're saying. So like, I think could be two perspectives of it. I just,
Joe,
I sat on the first
what
one.
you're saying though, to back what you're saying. If a promoter calls Strange Music and tries to get a show, and this go for any label, you probably gonna pay more. You're gonna pay more. You're gonna go through more loopholes than you would as if you have a connection with talking directly to an artist. And if you can hit up an artist and like, yo, I got 15.
We said all that code.
I'm saying if you got 1,500 for an artist, he'll take that, as opposed to Strange Music maybe saying it's 18 or 19.
Right.
So
yeah.
That's true. That's true.
So to knock somebody getting rid of the middleman, yo, take it back to the street life, man. Fuck,
there's risk to that though too. There's risk to that.
That's also why
that's
I
how
sent
people
him
get.
the
That's how people
link
get
code. It's not that serious. A lot of my fans are Strange
but you gotta
Music.
think of it like this too, though.
Discussions about things, it don't always got to be pretty and sweet. I'm always going to give the real and always have discussions about things to get educated. It ain't no smoke. I don't know the man like that. I don't know about setting up. I'm talking about how I set up tours. When I see something different, I want to fucking know. It's that simple. Maybe I might implement that strategy. I'm not in the same situation.
So they made this flyer, right? So what if they don't? What if they cancel this tour and then don't book any dates or anything? Then
that's a horrible look. Then he's looking real bad.
I think whoever cares has too much time on their hands if that happens.
Facts.
But you're gonna have people like me though. You're gonna have people like me that are watching and judging. You know what? I'm being honest. I'm being honest.
I know you got the podcast. I'm saying though, for the average motherfucker though, they should just wait. They shouldn't have nothing to say with it. This rap game and industry is filled with so many people who don't matter. I salute people who get rid of them the best way they can. I salute it. Because you know what?
I just also have found the community to be such a supportive one that like
it is.
They ask me to come out. They show me so much fucking love. Like there's a lot going on. Like with me being at the level that I am at, I also don't have a lot of the time. I do respect the freedom that Strange Music gives to be able to do your own thing as well. A lot of, they take from what they provide, but they also leave you means to look elsewhere. I don't know. That's why.
It's a few labels like Strange Music cut from that cloth. You know what I mean? It's a few labels like
Rhyme
that.
Sayers did the same thing. Yeah, Rhyme Sayers is a lot. It's like they
Rhyme
have their
Sayers, Duck Down out in Brooklyn, Boot Camp Click, and all of them. It's a lot of people who follow that format and keep at it. It's just it depends on where you from. It depends.
We never said he wasn't. His tour set looks fire. The man comes out chained to some shit, for God's sake. What up, David? What up, Malcolm? What up, Gordo? I like theatrics in a set. I mean, mind you, my brother has worked with a lot of these cats. Tech has been great to my brother, is on his new project, all that kind of stuff. I've been around Chris.
We know. We know. We had this conversation. I was like, what?
But I'm always going to speak my truth and have these discussions. It's good conversation. It's educational for me, for others. My main thing that I love about doing this is soaking up game.
Yo, y'all be killing
Amen.
it on that.
Amen.
Y'all kill it on that.
Amen.
That's why I'm here right now on some Marshawn Lynch shit. Yo, can I switch the gear though on some random ass holy shit? Did you really want to take it there?
Okay.
What?
Go ahead.
What? Where are we going?
Yo, Ken, remember when you said Benny didn't know who I was in that studio session?
Yeah.
Does he know who you are?
Bro, I can text Tony and Benny right now.
No. See, I said if you aren't
Tony,
coming on smoke,
even though Tony got me in
because
trouble,
we have this is part 2. No, this ain't about none of that, cuz it's
Hold
not
on.
about none of that. It's
I
not
got
about
one
none
more
of that.
follow-up question.
I got in trouble by a promoter today.
No, fuck all of them promoters, man. Listen, or
not a promoter, a booking agent.
Booking agents even worse than promoters. I asked this question because since you said that, I made a point to check out the feature that you had featuring Benny and all the tags that you had for him. He never once acknowledged any of them, and I never saw that get pushed on his end. So does that define?
Yo, you're in Buffalo. Do you got a song with Benny the Butcher?
No, I went on tour with Benny for 4 days on the West Coast.
And you didn't get a song with him, so
I didn't pay the 25 racks.
Hey,
yo, Beck,
Beck, this question is for kinfolk.
Yo, Beck, this is for kinfolk though, not you.
I'm still, bro. Look.
Yeah, but kinfolk, can you comment on that?
First off, I didn't pay him 25 racks. Second off, I didn't pay him to do all of that
extra
media shit.
Yo, you came in the gate talking about pocket watching.
Hold on, let me finish.
You came out the gate talking about
Beck,
pocket
I can't even hear
him. You're pocket watching.
Chill. Wait, you said you got to pay for likes? You pay for likes?
No, bro. Listen, when you put a contract, you don't put everything in your contract. You when you do a song with somebody, you want to be like, hey, I want you to do the social media stuff. You get what I'm saying?
Nah, they do it off the love. They do it off the love.
No, they don't, bro. Whoever
that's because they don't love. That's because
bro. That's lies, bro. That's
all. I work with people all the time that I know. I want my motherfucking money, regardless.
I mean, Rich did it for free. Like Twisted did it for free
because they fuck with you. Because they know you. Because they know you. Because they know you. Because they know you.
Let me just sift through let me sift.
Think of the girl he just did a song with that Empire. You know how much she gave him for all that shit?
You the pocket watcher, B.
I'm not a pocket watcher. I'm just telling you what they told me in my section.
Hey, let's have a discussion. Let's have a discussion. No, and I don't think it needs to be about like this specific thing because I think this is actually a broader discussion that I think we could have. When people are buying a feature, what being just the feature are options that people should be looking out for when they're building out these contracts, one of which would be the promotion. Because look, at the end of the day, most of these most of these features that are happening aren't because like, oh, hey, I really like you. Let's do a song together and everything's free and you're just collaborating and putting a song out. It's, hey,
and the only time it goes that way is when they know they're going to make money, when they know they're going to break bread together.
But
that's just another question off of my question. Then, if we want to take
that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. Like how like what are the options people can add on for when they buy a feature? Like topic number one.
Okay. You want to
like my nigga in acknowledgement.
First, and the other thing was we did everything on the fly. Like Benny wasn't even sure he was gonna be in town that day at that certain time, and all this and that. And basically, we got him in the studio, and we shot the video at the studio. Bam, you get what I'm saying? And he was like, "I'll do it for this." Bet. Bam.
So video's an add-on, right? Like it's like the feature, the video
should always be an add-on. I'm gonna tell artists like this. I tell them all the time, you need visuals. You want visuals. You because YouTube, you gotta learn how to monetize that. You gotta use it as a tool, just like social media. You get what I'm saying?
Here we go.
If they post the song, like I'm guessing that's extra, right? Like they resharing the song you put out, that would be extra, right?
Some artists will do it just for free, like Costello said. But but a lot of major artists, no, they want that money. Yeah, you want me to post on my $1 million
promotion.
And it won't even be anything personal. A lot of them, a
No,
lot of
I
the
would do
bigger
it.
artists, they already have an agenda set. So squeezing you in what they already have planned, honestly, I'd just be happy to have a fucking song with Benny.
But
Hey, yo,
but
yo,
see,
this is my 2 cents on that. Go ahead, Joe. Then I gotta go because I just disagree with those.
Sure. Like
we're talking about touring. You can stay and talk about touring with us for sure. Because you book shows is why I also brought you on. You were a part of what we were talking about initially, so you'll have a lot of things to say about it.
We could go back to that. We could go back to that, Beck. We could go back to that, Beck. This is freestyle. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You let me in here. I bring that rambunctious shit. I'm more organized
and I don't,
than you.
Bro,
Joe,
you don't even bring that rambunctious
continue.
shit. I've interviewed you before. I'm a rambunctious nigga.
Right.
And so I respect rambunctiousness. I'm not
right.
against
So
it.
I
It's
don't
the
know.
energy
So we good. So we good. Joe was talking.
What are you drinking? What are you drinking?
This is the Mangello. It's tequila and mango juice. You know what I mean? It's the Mangello. It's fire. I recommend it to all of y'all. Put it on the rocks and tequila. Somebody holler.
That's like some tequila sunrise.
Yeah. I just think of all the things to knock kinfolk for. Doing a song with Benny is low on the list. I just gotta say that.
You know what?
I will say I do think kinfolk leans more on other people's
tequila.
You say
it ain't for everybody. It ain't for everybody. It ain't.
I'm too old. I can't drink tequila no more.
How old is you, kinfolk?
Those is a couple $100 a bottle.
Oh, yeah, you too
40.
old.
Oh my God.
He's about five.
He's just capping. He's a fancy nigga. He's an ex-pimp and a fancy nigga. So
shut your ass up.
Dad's out here exposing people.
Look.
Oh God.
Look, I'm about to Look, this is all I'm saying. I am experiencing the tourist shit to take it back to there. But that's why I really had to say it doesn't matter who has the bag for you, whether it's a known company or it's a weirdo who's a fan. You take that.
I just knew it was expensive,
Gordo. Oh, no, he didn't need it. The reason he also came to the studio is a nigga that does movies that was in the street with Benny. I know him.
Benny doesn't need it. Benny doesn't need it.
Nigga, if you watch the video, he came in the studio with $1 million worth of jewelry on. He had
he wasn't feeling that shit.
It could have been rented.
Yeah, he could have left anytime he wanted. He even said that. He was like, no, I'm fucking with y'all. You know what I'm saying? He could have, bro, listen, this is why I make him come to the studio.
You can't say a nigga like Benny doesn't want to be there when he stays for a video shoot, dog.
Hey.
Oh, and he had to do a show that night.
I'm going to tell you right now.
An hour away.
I'm going to stay if the price is right. I don't give a fuck.
Bro, Benny can get a bag any fucking place.
Exactly, which is why if you come across a bag, you grab it.
I'm telling you.
That's not,
bro. They even told us, they was like, we don't do nothing for this low, ever. Like, I don't know who you know. Like, this is from his team, bro. Like, that's why she made
all I'm gonna say, he ain't really acknowledged the record, so I don't know how much he know you more.
Which is fine.
So it's money. You want Benny to post a record? Will that make you feel better?
I'm gonna say this. I had time and I checked.
Like, hey,
kinfolk. Every single post that was shared or tagged to him, he did not acknowledge. You had to pay for that, is what you telling me?
Bro.
I mean, I would charge a nigga that.
Oh, hell no. I'm going to tell you right now.
If I got 1 million followers, yes, you're going to pay for that promo.
Yes.
He doesn't have 1 million followers.
He's close to 1 million followers, I'm pretty sure.
Yo, you
did you have to do that with Twister? Hold on. Does
no,
Twister,
I didn't have to do that with Twister, no.
Does he like your shit that you repost?
Bro, I just sent him,
because he knows you. Because he knows you like that. I mean, is what the point I'm trying to make.
Oh Lord,
is the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah, but that don't count, bro. I've known Twister for like 2 years.
Look,
take it back to the tour and back. What's hood,
bro? I just gotta say on the subject of features, there's features that I've been paid for that I do not promote. Okay, and it's completely
was the song whack? Beck?
At my jurisdiction.
Was it whack? Was the song whack?
I'll say, bro, first off, I called kinfolk out on fake comments on the video that I saw. So I'm not opposed to
What does that mean though? What does that mean? Elaborate.
I just said I'm not opposed to pressing kinfolk.
Sorry.
I will say I'm not a super fan of the song. But I will also say,
of course,
bro, whack or not is an arbitrary thing. You're bringing up things that are
no, Beck. I'm asking you.
No. First off,
Beck, I'm asking you why you didn't promote any song that you were featured on. If you promoted a song you were featured on, you fucked with it. If you didn't fuck with it, you ain't say shit.
Here's the underlining problem. Here's the underlining problem.
Say he needs money.
Hear me out.
I'm saying
can you guys stop arguing for like 5 seconds? 5 seconds. 5 seconds. 5 seconds. God dang it! I'm trying to debate. Dang it! Here's the underlying issue. That you guys, because I think both of you are actually right. I think on one hand, yes, there's going to be artists you do features with and you need to pay for the promotion. On the other hand, that Twist is making, there's going to be artists that actually want to work with you, that just want to make music because they think that you are a great artist.
I don't Those mind are the if artists, I know what it is.
Those are the artists that you're going to make a good song with, and they're going to share it for free because they really, really wanted to work for you. It had nothing to do with finances, whatever. There are two different kinds of collabs out there. And I think what people do is they start conflating, hey, I got a feature with, freaking fill in the blank rapper, right? I got a feature with them. Like, we're cool. Look, they wanted to work with me because I'm so talented. But in the background, they only got the feature because they put up the bag for the feature. That's the point that's being made here. And I think neither one of you are wrong. I think there's two different situations. It's how you present that situation to the people that is going to dictate what people are going to think about it. If you're making it seem like, you and so-and-so are close buddies and you just did this collab out of the goodness of their heart, that's wrong. That's what I'm saying.
Which it wasn't promoted like. It was promoted like we got a song with him and we got a fucking video with him, which was not false advertising at all. It's
no. Beck, that's your perspective. Hold on, Beck, that's your perspective, but I'm speaking on more specifically the kinfolk who specified someone not knowing me versus knowing them. And I said, I can get the average person in the world to know me for $sign for 30 minutes on camera is what the fuck I'm saying. You know what I mean? That ain't what you talking about, Beck. So we might have to pardon me for speaking on that. Because kinfolk, what it really is you paid for work to get done, which is why it got done. After that work was done, you can't prove you know that nigga more than me other than a phone that has numbers attached to it. I know people in Atlanta who grew up with Griselda too, son. I went to high school with this dude. I did shows with him. Do I expect Benny to go on TV? Hold on. Listen, I got two more sentences. Do I expect Benny to tell somebody who pays him for a feature, oh, do you know this dude Twistello who's busting moves or doing stuff? Do I expect him to say, yeah, I do? No. But don't sit here and act like you and your artist is some... Man, stop that shit. Is what I'm talking about, Beck.
I'm gonna tell you like this: if it was that bad, then why are they trying to get another song?
Cause you got the bag on deck. You have the bag on deck.
Like, listen, the bag he won't.
Is it for free?
They know they not gonna get.
Are they doing the song for free?
They want to listen. He want to do a song. He want to do some management shit and all this extra shit. I'm not with that though. You get what I'm saying? The other thing is,
oh, here we go.
Like,
all right, I trust you. I trust you on that. I trust you on that.
I can show you the messages with Tony, my nigga.
I don't need to see it. I said I trust you on that. I trust you on that. But listen, though, I didn't throw no money at Benny. Listen though, I never threw $1 at Benny though. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I never threw $1 at Benny. So is he gonna be aware of who you are off of $sign? You goddamn right. If Joe gives me $500 and
then why are you doing music if you're not, you know what I'm saying? What are you doing music for?
If you're not investing,
I don't do it for cosigns. I don't do it for cosigns.
I don't need a cosign, but you're doing it to invest in yourself.
I have zero cosigns right now.
You're contradicting yourself. Tev came in here talking about let's not pocket watch. Who does that?
Right.
And then to shoot down our questions about the flyer in our discussion about the flyer. You're not making it's gotta be thorough. It's got to be thorough.
Well, elaborate. How is it not continue? What do you mean?
You're just making a personal attack on kinfolk at this point. Whatever you got personal.
Subject. I said the Benny shit is a side issue.
You mad
like
at one
sentence over
sentence
here,
he said.
That's a side thing. As far as the touring, yes. Stop worrying about how somebody books shows. That's the most corniest shit ever.
Bro, what? I'm not worried. I'm not pressed about it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So this is a conversation about tours leading into it. So therefore, if I saw something that I wanted to talk about a tour, I'm gonna fucking talk about it.
What do you want to talk about it though? Maybe I'm
you was pressed about not when, bro. I'm
confused. So
I appreciate you coming on to the show. I appreciate you coming on to the show.
Yeah,
you contradicting yourself, not making no sense.
Beck, explain it then.
And just trying to attack a female artist, and that shit is whack.
No, I was attacking kinfolk.
That shit is whacker than the song with Benny
artist,
any day.
Yo, kinfolk is not a female artist. You sound crazy.
You're talking about a song with a female artist. So we appreciate you coming on. We're gonna stick to the subject,
which is what X-rated. How he gets shows. What is the subject? Beck, what's the subject?
Bro, I was taught, bro. You making it. Try to belittle what I say. Have a great night, bro. Thank you very much. We appreciate your contribution to the conversation. But ultimately, I was talking about using flyers to promote a show that is not happening yet. And I just was, I guess, brave enough to name the flyer I fucking saw.
Yeah, but a lot of artists are doing that. But okay,
no, it was just the latest one I saw. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I am talking about the value of doing. What is the value of doing it? What does it mean when you do that?
Okay, so I mean,
which we already discussed. It was one of many things.
Next topic
that we were going to talk about involved with touring.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, but you gotta think of it. I mean, so usually when somebody puts out a flyer like that, a couple days later they have the dates. But I don't think his post said dates are coming soon or anything, did it?
Well, you can't get the dates until you know who's booking you either. You know what I mean? Like, because then you got to work around their dates. So it's like he's just starting. Like he's just starting to try to like figure out where he wants to go.
Like, he's been on tour too.
No, I don't mean he's just starting. No, I don't mean it like that. I mean like he's just now starting to like build his tour. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say when he came home, he was on tour with like
yeah,
right off rip.
Yeah, no, he's been down this road before, so he's definitely got experience in it. He's starting to build his tour, and I don't think it's a horrible way to do it. I think it's an interesting way considering who he knows and the connections he has.
Well, it's got us talking about it right now.
Exactly. Yeah. I think it's a good discussion. I think it's a good topic to cover. And I think there's a lot of different ways you can look at it. I think, Daz, you came in kind of bringing the one perspective, and then, I think we brought the other perspective, and I think, there's probably a middle ground there, and you could probably do it both ways.
And I always said, me personally, they would be private conversations.
Yeah. Between you, because listen, when you go on a tour, man, you gotta have a meeting, right? It's gotta be you, your agent, and your manager. Y'all gotta come up with this game plan, right? And then you gotta strategize what cities you want to go to, and then you gotta strategize what cities you want to hit in a row, and what dates you're gonna take off and all that. Well, you know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with it. I just don't understand why. Like I said, I hope in a couple of days he's like, hey, I got 24 cities. You know what I'm saying? But when I looked at it, it didn't look like that. It looked like, hey, I need y'all to book me. I'm trying to hit the road.
That's fine. I've never had to do that to somebody, Twistello. So
what'd he say? I can't see. So whatever
he said, I've never been blocked by a podcaster. I don't give a fuck. It's a new experience. It's a new day in the underground.
No. It's another day in the underground.
It's another day.
Right. Yeah, that's another day shit. I will say that's nothing new. Night. It's new for him. Not new for the underground. I've been kicked off what the fuck does that mean? Take me off. I wasn't fitting. You trying to attack people, and that's just not the point right now.
I mean, you can't
we're not
attack me
here
though,
to
because I just
entertain
don't
that.
care. I mean, you can't attack me because you gotta look at it like this. If I cared about everybody's feelings in this music business, I wouldn't be as far as I am. I don't give a fuck what the next person thinks, because what's not good for him is good for 50 other females who have drama. You get what I'm saying? So that's I don't care what people think. You know what I'm saying? You're not like,
it just was completely
like
besides the point of the subject
yeah, I get it.
that we were discussing on this episode. Another part of touring is booking openers.
Oh, for the love of God, let's talk about that. I'll let kinfolk go first.
Holy
shit. So my problem with that is these promoters, they don't promote the show. They book 20 acts and they want them to promote the show for them. And it's stupid.
I think there should be a little bit of the open. If I book you, you better be promoting.
No.
For sure. I will check on a nigga to be promoting, but I will be promoting twice as hard.
What is promoting?
As all of them, and promoting. Getting the word out, creating flyers, giving enough time, radio airplay, all the above. And I also, if you bring
in yourself. It's investing in yourself, bro. Like I hope this dude booked some openers for Kurt Cobain. I was looking at everybody's page. Not one of them shared the flyer, posted a flyer, comment about the show, any of that. I went to the show. The show was empty.
I think it's interesting because I mean, in a lot of those scenarios, most of the time when I see that happen, it's because those artists paid to be on, right? They paid to open, and they feel like that's the end of their investment. And because they paid, they feel a sense of entitlement to not have to promote the show. When they're doing shows and it's like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and join the show, and, this is my show with Daz Exotic or whatever, then, hey, maybe I got a little more skin in the game. I didn't have to put up $350 to do a 5-minute set. And now I'm going to promote the show a little bit more than I would, which is kind of interesting to me, because you in one hand, you're paying $350 to even do a 5-minute set, and you're not choosing to even promote your own set, which is freaking wild.
And the other thing that kills me is when they pay and they get tickets, and then it's like, you don't want to sell your tickets, you want to make your money back. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand some of these rappers. It's like they don't believe in themselves or something. You know what I'm saying?
They think they're going to get put on. They think they're going to get put on by the headliner. They think that the headliner is going to bring all the people. And 99% of the time, they don't bring it in, and they don't know that. They have this idea in their head of this raging show.
Or they're banking on the name on the ticket bringing people instead of them. But I don't want to I don't want to be in front of any crowd that doesn't know my music.
I want my people in the crowd. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
When we do shows, we got, bro, I'll show you a list now. We got like 60 people coming to the show for Ritz. Like, bro, we don't play, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to have her crowd. I have to have her fans in the stands. I got to have them with her merch on, all that shit. When they buy tickets, they buy T-shirts and all that shit. So I don't understand. That's why I'm confused on like I even gave these cats tickets. I'm like, here, I gave you some tickets, bro. Sell your tickets. It's only like 15 tickets. You can't sell 15 tickets, bro. That's $600 almost for you. You should be able to hustle that up, my guy. You know what I'm saying? So I never understood that. Like I go to shows all the time, even these underground shows, and I just can tell these guys don't try to hustle. You know what I'm saying?
They just think because they paid, because they're in a sense they're paying to get on. I mean, and that I think it's a broader issue too, because I'm gonna be honest with you, underground shows these days, a lot of them are complete trash, and it's complete trash because the promoters are allowing the most trash anybody who pays to jump onto a show and open, and that shouldn't be happening. That is literally, it's ruining shows. You have an artist like Ritz. People love and appreciate Ritz. People go there to see Ritz. They're not there for the 10 openers that are before Ritz, and they're certainly not there for them if they suck. And those 10 openers are thinking, oh, it's Ritz. He's going to sell the whole venue out every single show. I'm going to pay $350 and sell it. I'm going to be able to leech off of his fans. Like, They think they're going to tap into his fans, but they don't know that
artists
most of these shows are feeding
that pull people on their own because it complements you. It's like I can bring my people, and people are going to be there for them.
Right.
Yeah, I mean the truth is too, like a lot of these artists, like they have plenty of shows that don't sell. Big artists that you wouldn't even think are selling out shows, and they're not getting 50 people at a show sometimes.
What do you guys think about these artists that are trying to go on tour that don't even have a name?
They shouldn't be going on tour. I mean, they should be sticking local. They should be sticking local. Unless someone's coming up with a bag and saying, "Hey, I got, $300 and you can open up at our dive bar over here with 100-person capacity, and no one's probably going to be here, but I'm going to pay you. I'm going to pay you to go."
Yeah, no, I've had this conversation with artists all the time. They try to come here. I'm like, bro, you guys don't have a name. You can't. There's no point of y'all to come here. You're just gonna be performing for other rappers. You know what I'm saying? That shit's kind of lame. You know what I mean? Like, and they're like, oh, it's networking. Not really, bro.
I mean, I don't mind stopping through somewhere and going to popular places there that I'm not known, and spreading the word that way. It's building genuine connections that is important. I only want to go to places that I have genuine connections.
I tell people this all the time when they're building their business. If you're building a business and you're trying to cast too wide of a net, you're going to fail every single time. And what these rappers are doing is they're casting too wide of a net. They think that they're bigger than they are, right? They're out here doing moves that don't make sense for where they're at. Instead of going and traveling around their local area and starting there to try to build a base, they're immediately trying to travel across the country and think that people are just going to magically flock to their shows. I think that there's levels to it. I think they need to start doing shows locally, build their fan base from there. Then they can get a more organic following. But people don't wait. They don't want to put in that work and wait for that. They want to just jump out there.
I just had this conversation with a guy that's in New York. It's a little white kid, and he was like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "I'm trying to go on tour," and he's like, "Would you guys want to, headline my tour?" I said, "Bro, first off, that doesn't make sense. It's your tour. Why would Jay come and headline your tour?" Then I was like, "Bro, just because you got 2,000 monthly listeners, you shouldn't go on tour." I was like, "I'm not trying to be mean." I was like, "You should start in New York, in your city, bro. Put together a show in your city and get people to come out to that."
I mean, a lot of times your city is the last one to support you. So sometimes branching out, because the people you grew up with already have their taste in music. They already and most of the time it's not gonna be you. And so finding out how to tap into the people that listen to what you do is pivotal.
I think there's a difference too between like trying to dabble in these other markets and like doing. I think for sure you should be like, if you're a no name, what better way to get your name known than to start like hitting the circuit? You know what I mean? I'm not saying you can't go on shows. I just don't think you should be headlining your own show, traveling around the freaking United States before you have any kind of a following, because I think that's wild and reckless and not going to end very well for you. You're going to have a lot of pissed off promoters. You're going to be pissed off yourself. And, if anyone was stupid enough to pay
you. That was the other thing I said. I was like, bro, so you're going to have a venue open for nobody to come. So they got to hire their people to come, work their bar and go under because nobody's going to come. So, like I said, I just think that's very pointless. I mean, I tell artists all the time, just stack your money. If you want to go on tour so bad, go on tour with a big name, be the opening act, Jack.
A big name is the key. A big name is the key.
I mean, rap is a rich
man's
sport. And so that's a big problem with a lot of it. Those avenues are open if you have revenue. Save up, plan on it. People are always touring. If you know you want to do it, save your money up. The second you know that you want to, plan ahead of time. Plan for 6 months. Try to put together the best music of your life leading into something like that, like take it out there and learn what you need to. You probably won't turn a profit, but you'll get the experience and exposure.
Yeah, and that's what you just said to me.
I'm not gonna say that.
What?
Like people don't take like I saw this
Wait,
dude, right?
Joe
He
was
paid-
talking. Joe was talking.
I-
He's with black folks.
It-
He don't talk over one another like
I'm
us.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Daz, what you were just saying though kind of spoke to me because you said, you know, rap is a rich man's sport. And I think that's a lot of the frustration. Like, and I could even sense it like with Twist earlier too. And I kind of in the same mindset for me. Like, I don't do any of this to get a bag. Like, I got my other means to live. I'm involved in this because I really like, I love it. Like, I love the music. I love what it's about. I love the music part. And for a lot of people, like, they're blinded by that. Like myself included sometimes. Like it does. We've had some sidebar conversations, you know, about like money and stuff like that, like charging for different things. And like, I don't care to do that because for me, it's like, I care about the music.
What is the latest tour scam, Chuck Reeves? If you can
Chuck
drop
Reeves
a
is
brief,
here? Get the fuck?
yeah,
Chuck Reeves, Chuck
Chuck Reeves.
beard gang.
gotta
Chuck, I'm working on my beard. It's not going well.
Yeah, okay. Sports clips, fuck them,
I saw
Chuck.
this kid. He paid to go on tour with like Twisted or somebody, right? And like I went by his merch tables and he had like one t-shirt. And he wasn't like he was just he performed and then he just sat at his table with his one t-shirt.
And some promoter took that man's money and let him open for Twisted. Like
he paid a lot of money. No, he was on like the whole tour. He was like on the whole tour. And like, I mean, and I know that was a bag. It was probably like 15 grand, you know, because those guys charged heavily, you know what I'm saying, to be on the tour, be on the bus with those cats, all that good shit. You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of artists are bad at math as well.
Dude, they'd be like $20 t-shirts, you know, $20 t-shirt shipped and packaged, you know, and then they'd be like, oh crap, I paid 15 for the 10 shirts that I had to buy, you know, not in bulk. And I'm negative $35 on t-shirt sales this week, boys. All right.
I mean, in defense of that, me getting them something at this point is more important to me than that. You got to take L's for years.
I just had this conversation too.
it's years of money loss to make the big gain. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not getting it for free, but I'm probably giving it to you at a loss.
See, this is the problem though. Like we look at like people when they're starting out in rap and they want to make it a career and they're actually pursuing it, they have zero business sense. And I give this example to people, everyone I talk to, if I'm starting a landscaping business, right?
Yikes.
I'm going to be out there with my lawnmower and I'm going to be cutting grass and I'm going to be doing it myself, right? As much as I can. I may hire somebody eventually. They're going to freaking use the equipment. Rappers are like, hey, you know what? F that lawnmower over there. I want the $25,000 rider, the freaking 0-point turn. I'm starting out with that. I want my freaking Calico verse. I want my tech verse. I want this verse. I want that verse. They're investing all this money in this nonsense.
And they think it's a shortcut.
Before they even have music.
Before they even have music.
Yeah. And that's the problem. Like, they don't know how to spend their money. They're buying on the tours they don't belong on. They're buying on the features they don't belong on. They're spending money on all kinds of nonsense.
And they don't even care if the music fits their sound.
Right.
But
they just care about trying to get the clout.
Get you a consultant plan, anything else y'all need.
They be paying kinfolk. No, wait.
But you don't pay. One thing you don't do is pay your manager when you're not generating revenue.
Wait,
I gotta say that now.
Levels to it, right?
Like I said, hey, artists, call me if you need help. I do a consultant. You know, I work with a lot of big names from all over the world. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, if you got it. He
can't say Benny the Butcher.
No, bro, listen. I'm gonna tell you, you know what's funny is the thing that Benny did say to us, he says, if anybody ever talks about you doing features, because we was talking about this in the studio. I'm mad we didn't get all that in the video, but they tell you like this, bro. Anybody who talks about you doing features is jealous because they can't do the features. So,
well, you heard the first thing I said. Where is your Benny the Butcher feature?
Yeah,
hang on. Wait. Let's talk back about the manager thing. So the manager thing though too. Like, even with that, artists before they even have music will go and pay a freaking manager. Like, what are you doing? What are you
gotta have a product,
bro.
You gotta have a
Jay
product.
was doing that shit. Jay was doing that shit too before I took over. Like, she was like paying these dudes that were supposed to be doing all this shit for her. And so I was like, so what are they doing? And they weren't doing shit. Like, they were supposed to be booking shows, getting in their magazine. And I was like, where's the mixtape? And the mixtape wasn't even out yet. So this was like 8 years ago. And I was like, what the fuck? So I took her mixtape, put the mixtape out. We did a party for it. And then right after that, I started putting her in the studio with all my industry homies. Simple as that. And then, like, now I see these guys, guess what? They're taking her and letting her come in the middle of their set on festivals in front of thousands of fans and letting her rap her songs. And she's getting paid for it. You know what I'm saying? So there's ways to do it. You just, I don't know, man. It's just, artists got to figure out what works for them. But you're going to spend money, like, no matter what. Underground
it's
or not.
Go somewhere, yeah.
Money.
It's going to go on studio time, videos, equipment at home, like whatever the heck you're doing. Like, dude, I mean, let's keep it a freaking billion. I mean, stuff costs money, man. Like, microphones cost money. Lights cost money. Headphones cost money. Like, the freaking arm that's holding that.
I consider Code Murder 1 does not like your ass, okay?
I don't care. I don't even know who that is.
That's what I'm saying. See, people don't listen, bro.
I don't know who that is.
Like,
what is he saying? I didn't even see. Put it up on the screen, Dad. Let me speak to the people. Let me.
I'm good. What did you do that makes strange music so mad? Code Murder 1. What does Joe K do that makes strange music so mad? Is it the Darren Saffron interview that makes people upset?
No, people hate that I speak my opinion, and that 95% of the time they can't prove me wrong. And they're mad that I'm doing it from the comfort of my mother effing basement.
Right.
In the middle
I'm
of this.
Jealous you have a basement, bro.
In the middle of this cornfield with nobody around me. That's all I'm
you
saying.
is one of them safe motherfuckers. I respect it.
I be in the dungeon, locked up,
but
ready.
The thing about a lot of people is they don't look at you as a person, so they aren't actually mad. They're like, I don't know. It's complicated. Like, a lot of them just want to meet you. You know how many people who have talked shit just were happy as a clam when they saw me face to face? So dude, I don't know. I
don't even look at it like that though. Like I never look at anything like that. Like,
mind you, not talking down on I'm not speaking down on you, Code.
Can you put this crap on the screen, please? Can you please put it on the screen?
He said he'd love.
Let him roast me in public.
You,
let him roast me in public, please.
Code will
put it on the screen. Put it on
Code
the screen.
Be traveling.
Sure.
Code puts his money where his mouth is. That's what makes him one of the.
I want to see this.
Just put him on the screen, Des. I'm not going to be offended. I don't care.
I don't even know what page.
I found it. Okay, it's on the Facebook.
I don't know.
Facebook.
I don't know what page of mine it's on Facebook.
I'm not. I was gonna pull up my phone. I'm gonna pull up my phone and look. That's how much I don't care.
Sweating during episodes, and this is supposed to be a friendly conversation about touring.
What is the problem? What did I do? The Code? Did I not share a song? Did I not give him
feedback? If you can give context, Code doesn't make music. He has a dope ass name and doesn't even make music. So
what a waste of a name. You know, what a waste of a good name.
Code
Rap career coming 2020,
2023. You better stop.
2023, the mixtape's coming.
Bro. You better chill out.
The mixtape's coming 2023. With a name like that, you gotta utilize
out of prison.
A manager is somebody who creates plays that make you money, and they get a % of the money made off of the plays they set up for you.
Amen.
Preach. Whoever said it. Was that Code? Preach.
Chuck, not a Juggalo name.
Oh, well, Chuck, yeah. Amen to Chuck. I know Chuck knows what's up.
No, Code. I genuinely want to know. I genuinely want to know, Code. What Joe?
What Joe?
What Joe K?
What are we even talking about? I still don't even know what he's talking about.
He said, "Fuck around and find out, Joe." You don't piss this boy off,
dude. You go on my YouTube. You're gonna see 25 codes there. Okay, 25 different people freaking saying that they're coming for me.
Yes,
I don't understand why. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do?
That's all. That's all. I mean, Joe. I meant to say Joe the whole time. I was just saying code. Yeah, like. Oh God.
Chuck said, "Are you a Hobson fan?"
Bro.
Oh God.
But
Joe.
Yeah. Well, oh Lordy. We're gonna need a part 3, I think.
I ain't got time for a part 3, Dash. I ain't got no time for a part 3. You squeezed the second one out of me. I ain't got no time for part 3.
There needs to be a part 3.
No,
these are very important conversations.
My life is at risk every episode I do with you, Dash.
I'm telling you.
Every time I get on here with you, Dash, the line of angry underground rap fans with nothing better to do than to talk crap to me on the internet are coming for me.
He's not an angry fan. He's a passionate one. There's a big difference.
Well, then be passionate with some facts. What did I do? Why are you so mad at me? What's the problem? Let's talk about it. Me and Ken have a conversation. Freaking let's have a conversation about it.
I'm telling you, we have great conversations. I don't know what people be talking about.
That's what I'm saying.
Man,
what's the problem?
People getting their feelings, bro. Like, you gotta realize people getting their feelings real quick these days.
And we're allowed to have a variety of opinions.
It's like I did an episode on Code, like exposing him or something. Like, I don't know what he's talking about. Those are the people I can see hating me. Godamus probably hates me. Travis probably hates me. All these people.
What did you do about why would Travis hate you?
Because I gave my
because I gave my he did on Travis.
I didn't do it on Travis. I did it on Strange Music and the Structure, and I just exposed the structure. I didn't say any lies. I backed everything up with actual facts. You can look it up online yourself. Like, I gave out the information. That was it. I crossed out addresses. I crossed out legal names.
He basically said
I put everything on
that
there.
Travis be stunting on all his artists. That's basically what he said, Daz.
Yeah, what I said was Travis is a very savvy businessman, and I can 100% admire that because he makes brilliant business moves, such as having one large conglomerate own several subsidiaries. Own several subsidiaries. And one of which. When you have 150,000 square foot building and 10,000 square feet belongs to Strange Music and Tech 9 and the rest belongs to Travis, that's a problem. But we know why he did that. He did that to protect his boy Tech because he was getting divorced and we wanted to make sure.
Oh my gosh,
that's a whole nother story.
That's true. Subject. I'm good. I love Strange Music.
Oh, I like them too. They're freaking legends.
I know you love them so much. You love them more than I do.
They're freaking legends.
What's interesting about it.
They're one of the greatest
love them more than I do.
They're one of the greatest independent labels to ever be on this earth.
To that.
Period.
Amen to that.
I'm just telling the facts. That's all I'm doing. People getting mad at me for it. I'm like, what do you want me to do?
Joe K. Dennis Brooks needs you to do part 3.
We talked about that bag earlier. I'm gonna need like 7 bags. 7 bags. Start the GoFundMe. Where's the GoFundMe at? I'm gonna need take back my earlier comment for the love. Part 3 would not be for the love. Part 3 would be for the money. You know?
You don't love me and kinfolk?
I love you guys. I love you guys for 2 episodes. Beyond 2 episodes, you know. No, I'm just playing.
I mean,
but no,
I had a great episode if it wasn't interrupted. And this is why I was like, nah, I don't want to do that because I already know what's gonna happen. Because I was like, and that's why I kept my composure. That's why I kept my composure because I was about to.
The 7 episode.
Yeah, that's why I kept my composure because I was like, I don't want to get angry because then I'm just getting angry for no reason.
I gotta apologize to you, kinfolk, because that was not. I asked before I even brought him on that we would have a mature conversation about the subject at hand. He is involved with touring. He's done a lot in that field, from performing to traveling. to booking, to all the above. It would have been great if he was not so hyper focused on whether how well Benny knew you or not.
For the record, salute to Twistello, man. Always out here
Salute-
wilding, speaking his mother effing mind, wilding out sometimes for sure.
Bro, there's a
But
fine.
speaking his mind.
I've
speaking
never
his
had
mind.
to take anybody off my show ever. I am strongly.
I'm glad I was here.
I'm strongly.
I'm glad I was right
against
here.
it.
You witnessed history, goddammit.
Yeah,
If
I was part of
anybody
history.
needs a $7-figure bag, I need one for part 3.
Daz needs the bag for part 3.
I don't even be sweating during my episodes, and I was just sweating like a motherfucker.
What other topics you got? I'm down if you guys want to hit another topic or two. I'm just saying, I got time.
Bro.
Bro.
I got time today. I got time today, cuz.
Yesterday we didn't have time. Today I got time.
It takes time today. You know that kid's dead, right?
What?
Yeah, they killed him in like Denver or some shit.
Oh dang!
Yeah.
I didn't know he died.
Yeah, he got shot.
I don't got time anymore. Never. I no longer have any time. I got no time.
Dang, you wasn't out there gangbanging either, though. You know what I'm saying? That gangbang, like, man, that shit ain't for fun, bro.
What about touring? Would you like to discuss, Joe K? Is there anything that we didn't touch that kinfolk that you feel like is important?
I mean, so I don't know. Okay, so basically what Twistello does is he'll book a tour with a bigger name. That's what every artist should be trying to do. He goes out there to network.
Even what I did, I was on Jaron Bitten's tour, but I called it my tour for my portions of the show, and I also booked extra gigs along the way, and also headlined a date within the midst of that.
How do you feel about that, kinfolk? That's an interesting twist on a tour, in my opinion. To you're buying onto someone else's tour.
Where does the y'all come in, Code? What the fuck? What did I do? I just want to know what I
don't even know. I don't even know where Code lives to be at his show, but I've been to shows, so I don't know what you're talking about.
All I've asked is what Joe K did, and you didn't give an answer. You gave threats. He sounded like he wanted to slap
Joe.
Okay,
everybody does for no reason. No, like no reason. No.
Whoa!
He sounded like he ready to just come up and just slap Joe for no reason, bruh.
Yo, Code is passionate. You can't. Code is a passionate motherfucker.
Apparently, blind passion, because there's no explanation. I feel I'm having deja vu, Daz. Like, why do you guys hate me? What's the problem? Tell me the problem.
I like to understand everything going on when it happens. I like to understand what's going on. And so, me asking why is just because, yo, clearly you feel away, and I like the things going on around me to make sense above anything.
Right. And I like having discussion. Like, if somebody literally, there has never been a time where someone's hit me up and be like, hey, I really want to chat with you. And I've been like, nope, I can't talk. Never talking to you. Anybody that has ever hit me up and wants to have an actual real conversation, I have a real conversation.
Unless it's
Oh no, static G. That man tried bullying himself onto my show.
Joe K stands for career killer.
That dude talking about going on tour again.
Someone will book him too. Watch, somebody will book him. I already saw he was messing with somebody else that was on this podcast too.
If we can have a dialogue a little bit about it, Code, or whatever, I would appreciate that.
I'd appreciate it if I was part of the dialogue.
I'm lost.
Hey,
he
said this shit happened 2 years ago. So Joe, you did something to this boy 2 years ago.
What did I do? I don't even know what did I do.
Joe K. I think a lot of times people misunderstand Joe K.
But they misunderstand you.
We were talking about said that my approach to it was interesting. Explain.
So what I think is interesting about it is, and this is what I was looking for kinfolk's opinion on, imagine, let's say one of your artists is doing a headlining tour, and you see a flyer that says Joe K's freaking Hip Hop Anonymous Tour 2023, with your artist. You're like, what? That's not the show. I'm out here doing show. That's my show that you're tagging on to. What do you mean your show? That's my show.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. We've got in trouble for this by a certain label. We've gotten in trouble for
Is it in the shape of an S? Is it like this? And then like a bat behind it. Like,
listen, artists do not do that. Respect those artists' craft. Okay. Now, personally, if it was me and Jay wouldn't give a fuck because we was at the ground gutter grinding, trying to get it. You have to make yourself look bigger than what you is. You don't go to a radio station and be like, I'm the worst rapper. No, you go to the radio station, you be like, I'm the best rapper, god damn it. Fuck what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, but at the same time, I wouldn't do it. Because like I said, we got in trouble for it a couple times actually. So
you're a repeat offender. You go on there.
Yeah.
You go on there.
There were shows outside of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That
like, so
had nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
and artists do it all the time. They include festival dates and all kinds of stuff. And so I did it in the lines of that. I get what you're saying, but also like I put my money where my mouth is.
But to be fair, if you go ask the headliner rapper, they don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like I've sent my flyers to artists and they're like, bro, I don't give a fuck about that shit. I got my money.
It's not like I wanted them to like, and it was so I could bring people who wanted to see me to the show.
It's nobody takes it, bro. The artists don't take it as disrespect ever. I promise you. Certain artists might take it as disrespect, but it's usually the person that's like behind the artist that's like.
I've never thought of it in the way Joe K worded it though, and I can understand where he's coming from, but it was more dates than just the tour dates.
That makes and I hear what you're saying too. I think it's interesting. It's one of those like gray areas, like some people don't care. They're gonna do what they want. They're gonna freaking make all kinds of crazy, flyers out there to kind of make themselves look bigger. I think there is truth to that. Like there is something psychologically around like it's the same thing with like views and stuff too. You see a video with 1 million views, you're probably gonna be more inclined to click that than you are a video with 25 views. You know what I mean? Like it's something psychological. So when you're trying to like make it look bigger than it is, I get why people do that.
You got to amplify your status, and it's not quite making it look bigger than it is. I'm putting gas in my tank. I'm hitting the road, and I'm bringing my motherfucking show to these places. It's like about you. No. It pertains to a couple things that you do.
Yeah.
Where did I get face off, huh? You want to know where I got face off?
Yeah, I want to know for sure.
Let me
want to know now.
Can we hear the story?
I mean, the story ain't that. The story is not that glamorous. I'm gonna be honest. The story. It
doesn't fucking matter if it's Bro, we're not here. I always will pick guts over glory any day.
So let me tell you all about Face Off, because Face Off, you know the same thing that people are trying to do on this podcast, where they're like, I'm gonna find you, we're gonna meet you, blah blah blah. All these like idle threats and garbage. That definitely came when I dropped the let me tell you silent reaction to Face Off.
I want you to understand. Code Break is. I know that there's a lot of people. I mean, Code Murder 1. There's a lot of people like that. Code Murder 1 is a whole other type of cat.
Human.
But so putting him in a box, it's
put him in a box of what? He's another person that's on the internet making threats. So people for no reason. For what? For dropping a song for a label that you like that only promoted it further? Like, are you joking me? I didn't sit here and leak a song. Nobody heard the song. But I got the song. Is it my fault that I got the song? Do you think I freaking repelled from Travis O'Gwen's office and freaking stole the thumb drive with Face Off on it and freaking listened to it?
What's the story? Go ahead.
I got contacted with an email with the song. And I'm like, oh, okay.
How far before it came out?
I remember this.
This was the day. This was like the day. This was the day before it dropped. Right, I'd heard it was coming. There were rumors. I was already like talking about it. Like there were rumors the song was coming. I remember this. And then I got the song before it dropped. Now you tell me, how did some freaking no-name dude in the middle of a cornfield get the biggest song that Strange Music has ever done? Do you think it was by accident?
Debatable, but
or
it was
do you
a
think
huge
it was,
record.
Do you think it was? No, it was. Dude, it's with The Rock. It's with The Rock. It's their biggest song ever. It's their biggest song ever. Now, what I saw happen. Remember when Chris Calico was leaving? Do you remember that show? I heard from people that more tickets were sold to that stuff because of the rumors and speculation that I had started talking about on my podcast, my little no-name podcast that nobody freaking heard of.
And it started to do that. You belittle your own podcast.
No,
obviously, but it's way more powerful than what you.
Yeah, what he's trying to say.
But listen, if you got a fucking tool like that, you got to understand the power of the tool.
And I do.
letzvibe TV moves mountains without doing any of that.
But
I stand on that and will die on that hill. I don't give a fuck if that 4 people are watching right now.
But here's what I'm saying. Like at the time though, when you're in it, I'm just doing what I'm doing. I'm just talking about things I find interesting, whatever. What I think happened, they saw what that did, and then they go, hey, Joe's really tapping into the fan base.
Right.
Let's get this song. Look, people will say maybe it was somebody out of spite sending it to me. Some people will say, hey, maybe it was all part of the plan for the rollout. I don't know. All I know is I got the song. I didn't steal it from anybody. I didn't do any crazy illegal hacking to get the song. I got the song, and what I did was not just leak the song. I could have leaked that song and I could have had every freaking news outlet that covered the song on my podcast first, covering the song because it was on my channel first. Now it probably would have gotten taken down very quickly, but I could have taken that and it would have done me a tremendous amount of good for my own personal gain to do something like that. I didn't do that because I'm a fan of music, and I think that leaking music like that is freaking garbage to do. So what I did was a silent reaction where I literally listened to my headphones and I talked about it so people didn't think I was making up a lie. I talked about what was going on in the song. I talked about what I was hearing, and I gave people a little bit of a taste before the song released, which only drummed up the Strange Music fans to make them want to listen to the song more. And if you go to my channel and you look at that song or you look at that reaction, you'll see people in the comments saying exactly that. Oh my God, I want to listen to the song even more now. Like, that's all it did. So like, if you're mad at me for that, that's fine. You can be mad, but just know that I didn't get that song out of thin air.
He mad. You got that song somehow. Goddamn it. He mad.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say more than that. Like, that's the story. That's the unglamorous story. Like, you know, no, it was late one night. I got the ski mask out. I snuck into the office. I hacked into Travis's computer.
You know, back in the day, artists used to leak their own music.
Exactly. And they're still
doing
that. They're still doing that crap today. Clearly.
No, oh God, let me.
Oh,
stop.
Wait. Daz Exotic. Who else would possibly be leaking songs to Joe K?
And what inspired them to do that?
Right. I wonder why. I wonder if I'm the big bad wolf and I'm so evil, why people want to use my platform to promote their stuff. Explain that one to me. Explain to me how Strange Music.
I mean, it's walking a thin line. Obviously, you want views, and so you did it because you had a gold mine in your hand, and it was actually the song, which is nuts. That is a big story, bro. You say, "Oh, this low dinky story." Getting that sent to your email is major. You probably were highly excited.
Oh, dude, I went on right away and I freaking did the reaction.
You went on right away.
Yes, you know my turnaround time is trash. So when I get something like that though, I turn that around within hours. I'm like, okay, I gotta hurry. I gotta get this reaction out. I gotta do something. I had to think about what I wanted to do. Like I took action on it right away because then the next day the song was out, and then it's too late. If you ain't first, you're last. You know?
Yeah.
I gotta say before we bring this to a close, I love Twistillo. I love his fire. But
I mean,
you
everybody loves
can't
Twistillo.
belittle our opinion. You can't belittle my opinion when you're in the same exact spot or lower. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Twist does it for the music.
That's
and I think
what
that's
niggas say when they ain't making bread.
Yeah,
but I know he
that
loves.
nigga's got 12 albums in what, one venue?
I love it too, but I do it for
Everybody
a
loves the
little
music,
bit
bro.
more than the music.
Yeah.
Duh,
So what, you
I
doing it for a hobby
fucking love
for?
music.
Everybody loves music, bro. So I mean,
You don't attack kinfolk because you love music. If you love something, you let niggas be. We already grilled kinfolk last episode. This isn't the grill kinfolk.
I was not ready. I was not ready for episode 2. That's all I'm gonna say. I wasn't ready. I came in here sipping my freaking water out of my Yeti, out of my freaking, out of my nice
the
Yeti
last
cup.
Thing you said is you're ready for whatever.
I was ready, but I wasn't ready for that. I was not expecting. I thought we're talking like we're gonna talk tours, we're gonna talk, this, that, and the other.
That's what
cool.
I thought. Right. He asked, and as somebody who doesn't try to
and the
reject,
problem was,
I don't try to reject nobody. He said what he said, but then he just kept it going, and he did not care about what we came to discuss at all. And you don't love music when you are a fucking selfish prick on a show.
Yeah. I mean,
you don't come on here and act like Joe.
Bro,
you love music and you show it, and you don't act selfish on the shit.
But that's what I was trying to tell you. I was like, bro, he gotta get right with Stevie. You know what I'm saying? Him and Stevie got a little beef. He gotta get right with that.
You don't gotta get right with nobody that you got problems with. But just don't come on my shit to attack somebody that has nothing to do.
Code, we can get right. Don't worry, man. We're gonna get right. Me and Code.
Yeah. At least you and Code can get right. Goddamn it.
This is the Joe K podcast.
We got this.
All right, y'all. I can't even say it's a new day in the underground.
It's just
today.
Another day in the underground.
It's just another.
My name's Joe K. This is Daz Exotic, and it's just another day in the underground with Kinfolk the Plug.
Part 3 coming soon.
Nope.